Hey guys, welcome back to another practice. I hope you've had a beautiful day wherever you are in the world. First things first, if you could please like this video, subscribe to my channel if you're not already, and comment if you enjoy or if you don't enjoy, let me know. The feedback is always great. So we're going to start in an easy cross-legged seat, so take your time to get there. Grounding down through your sit bones, lengthening up through your spine, relaxing your shoulders down and softening your belly. When you feel called, I invite you to close down through your eyes. And just begin to take stock of how you're feeling in this moment. How your physical body's feeling, how your mental space is feeling, and how you're feeling emotionally. And just start to connect to the observer. So you are observing these feelings. You're not judging, you're simply being a witness. And taking these first few moments of practice just to ground down into the space, to land here. All the other thoughts, all the other worries, the to-do list, that can wait for the end of the class. So the here and now is just you and your practice. Slowing the breath down and finding the pauses between each breath. Keeping your eyes closed down, can you interlace the hands behind your back and take the interlaced hands over to your left hip. So it's like a little gun holster, and then from here you soften your right ear towards your right shoulder. Draw that left elbow closer towards the body. It might feel nice just to stay here in stillness, or potentially just a little roll back and forward through the neck. Good, go ahead and swap those hands over to the right hip, soften left ear for left shoulder, draw that right elbow tighter to the midline of the body. Rock that head back and forward. Just opening it up through the neck, through the traps. This area tends to hold a bit of tension, so this might feel really nice, or this might be a bit of a struggle. Then releasing that, coming into your tabletop position. Stack your wrists underneath your shoulders, your knees underneath your hips. Begin to make clockwise circles with shoulders over wrists. And then reversing the direction of your circles. Always feels nice at the start of the class. You're like, ooh, what are we going to do today? Don't worry, I've got some fun stuff in store for today's practice. Good, coming to stillness with the fingertips towards the thighs. Just a couple of gentle rocks back and forward. Good, tucking the toes underneath, sink the hips to the heels. Just shake the hands out a little bit. Maybe rolling through the wrists. Whatever feels good. Now coming to our high plank. With either knees raised or lowered, we'll move from anywhere between 0 to 10 push-ups. Let's go for it now. Just trying to fire up the nervous system, get the blood pumping, ready for today's practice. Good, softening the knees down, cat-cow as you inhale. Belly softens, gaze forward, shoulders draw onto the back body. With an exhale, rounding through the spine, tucking chin towards your chest. Inhale into cow pose. Exhale into cat. One more full round. Inhale. And exhale. Good. From here, lowering all the way down to the mat. Untucking the toes, taking the fingers back by the hips, pressing the palms into the earth. As you inhale, press into the palms, lift the torso. Off the mat, draw the shoulders onto the back body, and begin to lift the hands, reach the fingers for the feet, and then feel comfortable lifting the feet. Locust pose, long through the spine, relax through the shoulders. Holding for 5, squeeze the glutes. 4, 3, 2, on 1, soften down. Just trying to awaken through the back body before we roll through all the vinyasas we're going to do today. And with an inhale, slowly rise, lift the hands, reach the fingers, maybe lift the feet, squeeze the glutes. Can you work through the back line of the body a little bit more whilst trying to lengthen to the crown of the head? Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1, soften down. Couple of breaths here. Maybe switch the hips from side to side. Gentle release through the back body. And one more, guys. Get yourself set. Lift the torso, draw the shoulders, lift the feet. Point through the toes, reach through the fingers. Lengthening through the crown of the head. Can you lift the legs a little more? Can you arch the spine a little more? Breathing through the nose for 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1, hands under shoulders, tuck the toes, downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Pedaling through the heels, swishing the hips from side to side. Good. Soften the heels down with an inhale, right heel floats to sky, square the hips. As you exhale, right knee taps right tricep, lift the hips, hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1, right foot lands, left knee softens down. As you inhale, find your lizard lunge. As you exhale, find your half split, hips draw back, right leg straightens. Good, inhale, come forward, lizard lunge. Exhale, half split. Good, keep moving with your breath. Inhale, ripples you forward. You can tuck the left toes, lift the back left knee if you want to. Exhale, half split, maybe pyramid pose. Follow your breath. You can move a little quicker. You can move a little slower. Whatever feels good to you. Good. Next time you come forward into your lizard pose, plant the palms, silently step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, that left heel floats to sky. Exhale, left knee taps left tricep. Lift the hips a little higher, high on the ball of that right foot for 3, 2, on 1, lizard lunge. Inhale, lengthen forward. Exhale, pull back. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, maybe you lift the back right knee. And exhale. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. In the lizard, we're trying to sink our hips down as much as possible. In the half split or the pyramid, we're trying to pull our hips back as much as possible. Good, coming forward, planting the palms, stepping back, downward facing dog. Inhale, wedge you forward to the high plank. Stay here or move through a push up to lower and raise. And lower down to low plank for 3, 2, 1. Find the pause. Inhale and tuck the toes. Exhale, downward facing dog. Deep inhale, right heel floats to sky, 3-legged dog. As you exhale, knee to nose, chin to chest, round in, pause. Inhale, right heel floats. Exhale, knee to nose, chin to chest. One more, inhale, right heel floats. Exhale, knee to nose, chin to chest. Good, downward facing dog. Left leg, inhale, left heel floats. Exhale, knee to nose, chin to chest. Inhale, left heel flips. Knee to nose, chin to chest. 1. Inhale, left heel flips. Knee to nose, chin to chest. Good, downward facing dog. Inhale, ripples you forward, high plank. Find a push up, lower, and raise. And come onto the outside blade of the left foot stacked, the right on top, Vashisthasana. Right hand floats to sky. Squeeze the glutes, lift the hips, gaze down, right hand lands, downward facing dog. Good, inhale, right heel floats to sky. Exhale, knee to nose, chin to chest, round in, pause. Gaze forward, left foot step forward. Right foot step forward, rise, high lunge. Sinking into the hips, reaching through the fingertips, soft gaze. Good. Warrior 2, left heel spins down, sink into that right knee, lengthen fingertips for the front and back of your mat. Driving through the big toe of the right foot, driving through the pinky toe of the left foot. Right forearm finds right thigh, left arm reaches overhead. Extended side angle pose. In this pose, can you spiral the chest towards the ceiling? Can you drive that right knee towards the right side of the mat? Really, really light on that right forearm. For 3, for 2. On 1, gaze down, square the hips, pyramid pose. Shorten that back, left foot in, ground the heel. Inhale, lengthen, right leg straightens. Exhale, fold over the leg. Relax the head and the neck. You're here for 3, 2. On 1, plant the palms, step back, downward facing dog. Good, inhale, ripples you forward, high plank. Move through the push-up, lower, and raise. And come onto the outside blade of the right foot on that right hand alone, Vashisthasana, side plank. Squeeze the glutes, lift the hips. Big smile across the face that makes this pose just a little bit easier. Holding for 3, steady for 2. On 1, left hand lands downward facing dog. This time, inhale, left heel floats to sky. Exhale, knee to nose, chin to chest, rounding, create the height through the hips. Gaze forward, left foot lightly lands, high lunge, inhale to rise. Exhale, sink down into the hips, drive through the back right heel. Really trying to press that back crease of the back right knee up towards the ceiling while simultaneously dropping the femur down into the hip socket. So dropping this big leg bone on the right leg down. Good, right heel turns down, warrior 2. Adjust the pose as you need to. Spread the toes a little wider. Ground down through the feet. Extended side angle pose, left forearm to left thigh, right arm spins overhead. As I said, really light on that left forearm. You should be able to let it hang loose, let it dangle. That's where you want to be. It's just there for a little bit of balance. Turn your heart space towards the sky. Breathe smoothly. Good, gaze down, fingertips land, square the hips, shorten that back right foot in. Inhale, lengthen, left hip draws back. Exhale, fold in, soften. A lot of the time, people's left hip will spin forward and their bum will kick out, and you're more stretching the inside seam, the adductors of the legs. So you want to pull that left hip back, square the right hip forward to really get into the hamstring. Limiting factor here could be your hamstring length, so blocks would be super handy to get that correct alignment. Planting through the palms, stepping back, downward facing dog. Good, inhale, waves you forward, high plank. Exhale, slowly lower down to low plank. 3, 2, on 1, find the pause. Untuck the toes, inhale, squeeze the glutes, find upward facing dog, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, rolling over the toes, find downward facing dog, Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, ripples you forward, high plank. Move through a push-up, lower, and raise. Then turn onto the outside blade of the left foot, coming onto the left hand alone. Right arm reaches towards the sky. Lift the hips. Good. Drive that right knee in towards the chest. Holding for 3. For 2. On 1, downward facing dog. Then 3-legged dog, right heel floats to sky. Inhale. Exhale, knee to nose, chin to chest. Pause. Gazing forward, right foot lightly lands. Inhale to rise, find Anjaneyasana, high crescent lunge. Then begin to interlace the hands behind the back. Draw the shoulders onto the back body and reach the fingers for the earth. So here, picture a can between your shoulder blades, you're trying to crush it, and you're trying to punch the earth with your fingers. So shoulders retract, then depress. Good. Releasing the hands, reach them overhead. Come forward onto that right leg alone. Warrior 3. Driving through the right leg, hands can be at heart center if outstretched is a little too much. Holding for 3. 2. On 1 hand to chest, stand tall, left knee drives into chest. We are going for 3 lowers and raises of a single leg squat. Do as much as you can, go as low as you can on that 1 leg, so slowly lower down. Drive, stand tall 1. Slowly lower down. Drive, stand tall 2. Slowly lower down. Drive, stand tall 3. And slowly lower down for 3. Staying at the bottom 2. On 1, land on your buttocks, low boat pose, legs are together, arms are overhead, finding that beautiful dish position. Now I find it really hard to talk in this pose because it is a lot of squeezing and engaging through the core. So if my voice is shaking, I apologize. Here for 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1, kick the feet overhead, plant the feet as you roll forward. Chair pose of Katasana. Soften into the knees, deepen into the pose, broaden through the chest. And then fold in with an exhale, half. Inhale to halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, plant the palms, downward facing dog. Inhale here. Exhale, sigh out of your mouth. Inhale waves you forward, high plank. Move through a push-up to lower and raise. And come onto the outside blade of the right foot. Onto that right hand alone, left arm to sky. Good. Externally rotate through the right arm. Draw the left knee in towards the chest. Press a little more into the outside blade of the right foot to lift the hips. Holding for 3, for 2. On 1, left hand lands, 3-legged dog, left heel sweeps to sky. Inhale. Knee to nose, chin to chest. Pause, lift the hips, create the height. Gaze forward, left foot lightly lands. Inhale, rise, high lunge. Exhale, interlace the hands. Draw the shoulders back and down. Sink into the hips a little more. Broad across the chest, maybe gaze towards the sky. For 3, 2. On 1, release the hands, reach them out in front of you, coming onto that left leg alone. Virabhadrasana. 3. Oh, that left hamstring is working. Driving straight through the right leg. Slowly begin to stand tall, right knee drives into chest. 3. Single leg squat. Let's go for it, my friends, lower down. Drive, raise 1. Whoo-wee. Lower down. Keep your balance, raise. Drive, raise 2. Last one. Lower down. Drive, raise 3. Good. We're slowly lowering down for 3, 2. On 1, land low boat pose, arms overhead. Squeeze everything in towards the midline. This is really good work for handstands. Glutes are squeezing, core is squeezing. Reaching through the fingers, reaching through the toes for 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1. Kick legs overhead. Chair pose. Utkatasana. Stick the landing like a gymnast. Ta-da! Good, squeeze the legs towards one another. Sink into the legs a little more. Steady gaze or closing down through the eyes. For 3. For 2. Fold on 1. Ha. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant the palms. Step back, downward facing dog. Vinyasa, inhale, waves you forward. Find the push-up or stay here, lower. And raise. And slowly lower down for 3. For 2. Pause on 1. Untuck toes, inhale, back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. Knees soften down to the earth, untuck the toes, Vajrasana. Lightning bolt pose, turn the palms to face the ceiling. Notice the breath. Notice all of that energy coursing through the veins, coursing through your energetic channels. Take an inhale, pause at the top of the breath. Exhale, sigh. One more like that. Inhale. Pause. Relax the body if you can. Exhale, sigh. Last flow, friends. Plant the palms. Step back. Downward facing dog. Spread the toes a little wider, feeling really strong in our hands and in our feet. Really stabilizing through that foundation. And from here, as you inhale, ripple forward, find your high plank. Stay here, I'll move. Actually, let's just move through that push up here, the knees raised a little lower. And raise. Good, come onto the outside blade of the left foot. Left hand alone, grip the mat with the fingertips. Maybe you're gazing down at the left hand. Draw the right knee in towards the chest. Press into the outside blade of that left foot a little more. And see if you can lift that right foot a little higher. We're going to step all the way to the top of the mat, finding our high crescent lunge. Good, interlacing the hands behind the back, same actions. Crush the can between the shoulders, trying to touch the fingertips to the earth. Hands stay exactly as they are. Lean forward, come onto your right leg line. Good. Can you lift and drive through the right leg? Can you square that left hip down? You're here for 3. We are. For 2. On 1, standing split, release the fingers down towards the mat. Relaxing the head, relaxing the neck. Begin to stand tall, left knee drives into chest. We have 1 lower and 1 raise, but we are going to take it slow and lower for 5 seconds. So let's go for it lower. 5, 4, 3, 2, pause at the bottom on 1. Drive, stand tall, knee to chest, standing split. Fold in, or if you are playing with a handstand in your practice, plant the palms. Maybe you're working a few kick-ups, or maybe you can find the spot and hold some balance. We are here, wherever you are, for 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1, let's fold in. Ha. Inhale, halfway lift. Plant the palms. Downward facing dog. 1 more flow, people. Get your groove on. Have some fun with it. Be really mindful through the transitions. Focus on the breath, focus on the body. Inhale, wedge you forward, high plank. Elbows pinned to the side body as you find your push up lower. And raise. Outside blade of right foot. Coming onto that right hand alone. Reaching the left arm skyward, maybe you're driving that left foot in towards the chest. Lift the hips. Find a smile. Gaze to the top of the mat, slowly step left foot forward. High lunge, we rise. Interlace the hands behind the back. Draw everything down and away. Drive the hips forward and down. Lean forward, hands stay as they are. Come onto left leg alone. Feel as though you're flying here. You are here. You are steady. Steady gaze, steady breath. And release the hands standing. Split, fold for a moment. Then draw the right knee in towards the chest as you stand tall. Same work as before. Lower down for 5 seconds. Pause at the bottom. Drive, stand tall. You can use your hands, you can use 2 legs. Wherever you are in your journey, it's groovy. Let's slowly lower down for 5, 4, 3, 2. Pause on 1. Drive, stand tall. Standing split. Or if before you played with handstands or some hops, go forward. Steady the breath. Steady the gaze. Here for 5, 4, 3, 2. On 1, we fold. Exhale, sigh. Halfway lift, inhale. Plant the palms, downward facing dog. One final vinyasa. Inhale, ripples you forward. Move through the push up lower. And raise. And slowly lower down for 3, for 2. Pause on 1. Untuck toes, inhale, back bend. Exhale, rolling over toes, downward facing dog. Pigeon pose, right heel floats. Right leg comes forward and across the body. Sinking the hips down. Folding in. If it feels necessary, in my pigeon I always like to stay up tall for a moment, just really softening the breath, allowing some space to be created into the right hip. And then when I feel called, I just work down to my elbows, turn my palms towards the sky, and I actively try and focus on softening the body, fingers, jaw, forehead. I work on softening the mind, so with every exhale, I see if I can relax my brain a little more. That sounds weird to think of relaxing your brain, but I actually really find it helpful on an exhale just to feel the stress, the tension just blowing from my brain out of my nose, expelling any of that from my body. Just another couple of breaths here. And gently rise, plant the palms. And we step back, stand up. And we'll swap it over. Left heel floats to sky. Left leg comes forward and across. Once again, working into your version of pigeon pose, whatever that looks like. And just knowing that a lot of the work's done. And that was a pretty difficult practice, a lot of moving, a lot of new places potentially for your body. So just give yourself a little pat on the back, a little congratulations. You know, it's hard stuff, especially a lot of that balance stuff and a lot of strength stuff too. Even for me, like I do a lot of this stuff and it is still a challenge. So yeah, be kind to yourself, whether you're 20 years into your yoga journey or you're 20 minutes into your yoga journey. Just be kind to yourself. This practice of yoga can give you a lot in your life, but if you're hard on yourself, if you judge yourself in these moments, then you kind of tend to lose a lot of that benefit. It's all about the yin and the yang, the ease and the effort. So when you put in the effort, be easy on yourself and just appreciate whatever your body can do and however it can do it. And slowly you start to work your way back up. Sink into the left hip, right leg swings all the way around to the front of the room, rolling all the way down onto the back, body hugging the knees into the chest. You can inhale through the nose. And exhale a little sigh. Feel the back body relax. Happy baby, shine the soles of the feet towards the ceiling. Draw the feet down towards the mat. Maybe a little rock from side to side. Really enjoy these breaths. Feel the airflow into the lungs as you inhale and just appreciate every molecule of oxygen. We can go months or weeks without food, we can go days without water, we can only go minutes without breath. So really appreciate each breath you have. Nugging the knees and chest, we'll do a gentle twist. Left leg goes long, right knee draws in, the inhale here. Exhale, relax and twist. And rolling back to center, left knee draws in, right leg goes long, inhale here. And exhale, twist. Feeling the body soften into the mat. And rolling back to center, lengthen both legs long, turn the palms towards the ceiling for your Shavasana. Beautiful friends, this is where I leave you. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me. Always remember, never forget it, that today is going to be a good day. Namaste.